So we just built a professional football club in 1 year. This has never been done before, and it is a world record. The question is, how did we do this? The football club is called Qabila FC. If you've been following me on TikTok and Instagram, you've been seeing the journey. And I'm gonna get into how we did this because it's never been done before. But before that, I want to give you some context. So the Pro Football Club is officially built. It is done. We're competing in the professional UAE FA league system. And currently, I am both playing for the club and I am a club owner. So it is the busiest I have ever been in my whole life. And I've been wanting to do YouTube long format for a while now. So this video is gonna be far from perfect. I'm gonna forget parts of the story. But I thought instead of delaying the YouTube videos more and more, instead, let me just come on here, talk with you guys, keep it raw, keep it authentic, give you guys the recap of how the last year went, how we did it. And then in the future, I'll do podcasts and I'll get into more of the crazier stories. So how did we build this pro football club in only 365 days in 1 year? Well, before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. So if you've been here for a long time, you know I documented my journey to signing a professional football contract in 365 days. I actually started this journey on January 1st, 2021. And for 365 days, I showed you guys the whole process, the ups, the downs. I was real with you guys when I failed, when I had setbacks, I shared it with you. And then along the way, my goal was to inspire you that anything's possible. If you continue to work hard, you can reach your dreams. And I also wanted to teach you guys important information and tools and resources to help you guys out. So 2021, I went at it. It was a fail. I didn't give up. I went for year 2. In 2022, I did 365 more days of that. I achieved the goal. I signed a pro contract in Dubai. And then long story short, what happened was reflecting back on my experience in Dubai in the last couple of years of going at this journey, I looked around me and a lot of my teammates, a lot of the people I've seen in football, outside of football, they didn't have anything else. They didn't have any other skill sets. They didn't have anything to fall back on, not only after their football career, but also during their football career. And this made me upset. So I was reflecting and I thought, okay, there's a sign from the universe. It is my responsibility to create a platform where I teach and I educate people how to become winners, not only on the football pitch, but also off it. Then what happened in the summer of 2023, I wasn't going to be with the football club I was with at the time, Gulf United. I went around, I was supposed to go trial with some other clubs, but they all turned me down because of my social media. There was some behind the scenes with a toxic management and people just thought if I join the club, I'll become bigger than the club. And that upset me. I always thought, why are the clubs not empowering the athletes? Why are they not allowing them to grow their brands? And this will help the club and the club will help the athlete and everybody wins together. That's always been my mindset. So in the summer of 2023, I was going through a lot of the setbacks. People didn't want to give me opportunities and it frustrated me. And I had this platform. And one day I was thinking to myself, okay, what if I build my own professional football club? What if we build our pro football club and give people an opportunity where we empower them as athletes, we help build personal brands for them. We help them gain the skills and the resources and the tools for them to be winners, not only on the football pitch, so we give them all the best coaching for football, but then also outside of the football pitch, we help them win. And I remember I took that idea to Dan, my business partner, and we went back and forth on it and it hit. This was going to be the big project. We're gonna build a professional football club. And the decision was to do it in 365 days because essentially the why behind the pro football club came from my journey to pro. So I documented my journey to signing a pro contract in 365 days. So we thought, let's build a professional football club in 365 days. It's never been done before. It is a big goal. And at the start, everybody is going to think this is impossible. And so we started October 2023 on the first day. It was my birthday. I wanted to start on my birthday because it was a symbolic day. We announced we are going to build a pro football club in 365 days. I knew this was going to be a massive challenge, something that has never been done before. And I thought, okay, how can we pull this off? And the idea I had was the magnet effect. And I used the same principle with my journey to pro as documenting my journey, putting it out there for the world to see, and then I can attract the resources to make that dream and that goal happen. So for my journey to pro, it was growing my network, connections, people seeing my story, wanting to help me. And I thought with a pro football club, we need funding, we need investment, we need sponsors, we need all of these things. This is a big challenge. If we put it out there and we make social media content on it and we get the fans involved, we can build a lot of hype and attract the right resources to the project to actually make it happen. What made the project special and what continues to make the project special is it is for the people. It is for you guys, and that's why we decided to let you build the football club with us. So we started with, guys, where should we build the football club? Then we got to the name of the club, then we got to the club colors, then the logo. You guys helped build this football club with us. And a quick recap, we started off with the location, which was here. Then we got into the name of the football club, which is here, Qabila FC. Then we got into the club colors, which is here. And then we got into the logo. From there, we just kept building, we kept building. At the start, it was very fun. It was exciting to build the kits, the logo, to build all this with you guys. But then got serious and we realized, okay, running a football club, especially a professional one, is not a joke. You need money, you need investment, you need funding, and it was time to get to work. So we realized we needed to attract investment. And one of the best ways to do that is to go to business events where you have investors and you have sponsors out at those events. In November, we went to Web Summit Lisbon. I remember at the time I was looking at the speaker list, Patrice Evra was on that list, and we said, hey, we're gonna go out there, even if he doesn't know us right now, we're gonna find a way to connect with him. We're gonna use the third door to meet Patrice Evra. Fast forward a couple weeks, we're at Web Summit, we meet Patrice Evra, we meet all of these investors, all these people in the football space. And then the next month we went to the World Football Summit. I was able to speak on stage, get the project out there. We did whatever was possible to get Qabila FC out there to the world. I wanted everybody to see and hear about this project. And soon I knew somebody was going to be attracted to come on board. And very soon that happened. So right before the new year, quick story here, I got invited by TikTok to attend the UAE Super Cup. It's a big matchup between two of the biggest teams here in the UAE. I told Dan, hey, I got this invite, come with me. We went to the game, and then after the game, we got to celebrate with the players pitch side. I got pulled to the side by a guy, and at the time I was like, okay, who's pulling me to the side? And he brought me to what happened to be a very, very special individual, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Sultan Al Nahyan from the royal family of the UAE. And when I first met him, it was a very authentic and genuine connection. We built a friendship, and then fast forward a couple of weeks and a couple of months, we brought him on board the project. Now that process was actually very lengthy, and there are some crazy stories behind the scenes which I can't reveal. Maybe some of them I'll talk about on a future podcast, but it wasn't snap of a finger and it happened. This was actually a 6 to 8 month process. So we were working on things behind the scenes, but then on the front end, we still had to create hype and build the football club. So we continued to go to events. I went to Qatar Web Summit. I was able to speak on stage there to get the project out to the world again, create PR, get people to know about it. And very soon we realized the next step is we need to find our head coach. And this is another crazy story because when I first came to Dubai and I signed, my head coach at the time was Steven Taylor, former Newcastle United legend. He's played in the Premier League for 13 years. And around that timeline, the beginning of 2024, I actually got a message from him. He reached out to me and he was asking about the project. He saw the project. He happened to not be coaching a team at that time. And then that turned into a meeting where we sat down. I shared the vision with him. He loved it and he officially came on board. That led to the iconic coach announcement video, which made a feature on Sky Sports. Then we decided to launch our first ever showcase. It was in Dubai. This was an opportunity for players to come out, showcase their talents, and then we were going to give the best 3 players a chance at a pro trial. And this was the idea with the project. How can we give opportunities to undiscovered talent to give them a platform to shine? In the midst of all of this, I'm still playing football here in the UAE, and an opportunity came up for me to have my first ever official boxing fight. Now, you heard me right, I said boxing fight, and I know this sounds crazy, but I actually had my first ever boxing fight. The reason I did that is because you know me, I love taking on challenges. And one, it was an opportunity to fight at the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the whole world. No boxing bout has ever been done at the Burj. And the second reason is I knew it was going to be great marketing. This guy who's playing football, he's now boxing and he's building a pro football club. I documented all that for a couple of weeks, the magnet effect. And on the official fight night, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed actually came out to support. And again, that got him more ingrained into the vision. And we then picked up on that momentum to get him in deeper. After many more meetings and working on the football club, it was time for the summer. And in the summer, we had this idea of doing a showcase, going around the world, hosting events to give people an opportunity to have a trial with us. So we went to Spain, we went to Germany, we went to Canada. We went all over, and by the way, we're gonna continue this world tour much bigger and much better, but the summer was crazy. Part of what happened that summer is what I call the iconic Austria trip. Some crazy stories, which I may get into in a future podcast. But long story short, I went to Austria. In a matter of 24 hours, I was able to connect with Austrian Bundesliga level clubs, and that whole trip basically is what got us the deal closed between myself, Dan, and His Highness Sheikh Ahmed. And after many more meetings after that, he officially came on board to become our club president. Now, this was big and a massive honor and a privilege to have such a special individual as part of the project. And we knew as a trio, we could do massive things together and we could take the Qabila FC vision to new heights. So the three of us, we worked behind the scenes very hard to prepare for what was going to be our first ever preseason in August, pretty much 2 to 3 months ago. And this was when it was going to get real. The last couple months, it was fun. We're building this club. Yes, we're now getting the framework in place behind the scenes, but now everything is coming to real life. We need a football venue. We need players. We need equipment. We need a match day setup. We need to play against teams. We need kits. We need equipment. There's so many different things that you need running for a pro football club. And then getting close to August, something completely unforeseen happened. This could not have been predictable, and it created the most stressful and high pressure situation that I've ever been in my life. It put the vision at risk, and I can't talk about it. I cannot get into the details. Again, maybe we'll save this for a future podcast, but all I'm gonna say is there were some very late nights that led into some very, very early mornings, some sleepless nights, and it took some very careful moves to make sure that we can actually make this project happen in 365 days. I'll recap the preseason. We had our open trials, we had a training camp in Dibba, then we came back to Dubai. Over the summer, we did a lot of recruitment from our football network, and then we also did the showcases. So all those players came in, and in a matter of weeks, we reduced our squad to a team of 23. And again, from that timeline of the end of August to pretty much a couple weeks ago, it has been the craziest, the most hectic part of my life. I truly felt like I was living in a movie. And you know, you get to that stage in the movie where the tension is the highest. It gets really, really serious. I truly felt like I was at that part of the movie. And now we are working out of it and we're finding stability step by step. We're still far off from where I envisioned the Qabila FC vision, but that's part of building anything new. At the end of the day, we built this professional football club in a year, and step by step now, every week, every month, we're getting closer and closer to working towards that very special vision. So I definitely forgot some moments, left out some events that happened, but long story short, we did it. On October 1st, 2024, a couple of weeks ago, we accomplished this massive goal of building a professional football club in only 1 year, in only 365 days.
We built a pro football club in 365 days. We finally did it.
From nothing, we were able to build a pro football club. We officially got our pro club license from the UAE Football Association. Any new pro club that gets granted a license joins in the UAE 3rd Division, and now our goal, of course, is to battle for promotion. We want to get that spot to be able to move up to the 2nd Division and then continue up to the highest level possible. I have some crazy ambitions. My long-term vision, I see Qabila FC in the AFC Champions League. People are gonna laugh, they're gonna make fun of me, but I truly see it, and I will continue to grind and work incredibly hard for that vision to happen. So there you have it. There is the recap of how we built a pro football club in only 1 year. The detailed how-to and some of the crazy stories. This video is not long enough to get into that, but I'm gonna talk about all of that in future videos. So hope you enjoyed this video. It has been a crazy journey. I want to say thank you guys so much for your support. Couldn't have done this without you guys, and this is the beginning of a new chapter. We are now in the official UAE FA league system, and our goal this year is to get promoted. Our season has kicked off. We're still catching up with some social media posts on Instagram, TikTok, but you can catch all the latest updates at Qabila FC, and you can also check us out at alqabilafc.com. So with that being said, this video is my commitment to start back up on YouTube long format. It's gonna be far from perfect, but I don't care. I just want to come on here, talk with you guys. From now on, I'm committing to 1 video a week. Let's see if I can do it. So let me know what you guys want to see. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see, whether it's me playing, whether it's me being a club owner, seeing that perspective, whether it's seeing things from Qabila FC, different topics in business and mindset. Just drop your comments down below. It'll help me create content for you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Drop a like on this video, and I will see you in the next one.